365 days of granny squares for the 2018 crochet along. Today we're on day 45. This one is called Grandma's Heart Square. As you can see, this is what we'll be making. This is the swatch that I worked up prior to the video. You're going to need 3 colors today, and you're going to be working picot stitches and popcorn stitches today. Also double crochets, single crochets, half double crochets, treble crochets, the whole 9 yards. So let's get started. With color A, you're going to chain 4, join with a slip stitch into the beginning chain to form a ring, or do a magic circle, and then you're going to chain 4. This will count as your double crochet plus chain 1. Okay, now you're going to work 1 double crochet into your ring, and then a chain 1. 1 double crochet into the ring, chain 1. You're going to repeat this till you have 8 double crochets into your ring. After each double crochet, be sure to chain 1, and I will get back to you when I have done that. Alright, so I've worked 8 double crochets with a chain 1 after each double crochet in my circle. I've tightened up my circle. Now you're going to join with a slip stitch into the 3rd chain of your chain 4. Okay, and now you're going to chain 4. 2, 3, 4. This counts as your double crochet and a chain 1. Now you're in the next chain 1 space right here. You're going to work a 5 double crochet popcorn stitch. Okay, so as you see, this is where we joined our chain space. We're going into the chain 1 space next to it. So work 5 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pull up a loop, pull your hook out, insert your hook into the first double crochet of the 5. Grab your loop and pull it through, giving you a popcorn stitch. Now you're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So the stitch after the chain 1 space that we worked into right here, we're going to put a double crochet into that stitch. You might have to move your popcorn stitch out of the way to get to it. And now you're going to chain 1. Into the next chain 1 space, work 5 double crochet, popcorn stitch. So work 5 double crochet into the chain 1 space. If I'm going too fast for you, up in the upper right hand corner is a toggle option that you can use to slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, pull up a loop. Count back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook into the 5th or the first stitch of the 5. Grab your loop and pull it through. Work a double crochet into the next stitch. Not the chain 1 space, but the double crochet from the previous round. Chain 1. Okay, I'm going to do it one more time for you, and then I'll get back to you when I've worked 8 popcorn stitches and 8 double crochets. So we've chained 1 after working a double crochet into our previous double crochet of the last round. Now in the next chain 1 space, put 5 double crochets and work your popcorn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Count back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Insert your hook, grab the loop, and pull it through. Now work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. There we go. And chain 1. Okay, repeat this sequence all the way around till you get back to the beginning, being sure to work a double crochet into the last stitch. I'm sorry, no, you will not be working double crochet in the last stitch because this is your double crochet. So anyway, I will meet you when I get back around. You should have 8 popcorn stitches and 8 double crochets in between each popcorn stitch, okay? Alright, so I've worked all the way around. I have 8 popcorn stitches and 8 double crochets all together. I've worked my last popcorn stitch. Now we're not going to work a double crochet into the next stitch because when you began the round you did a chain 4, which counts as a double crochet plus a chain 1. So now you're just going to, after working your popcorn stitch, you're going to join into the 3rd chain from your chain 4 with a slip stitch, and then you're going to cut your yarn. And this is what you'll have. Change color here. Okay, so once you got your new color looped onto your hook, because you're going to join with the single crochet, the space where you joined the chain 3, the 3rd chain of your chain 4 that you joined into, you left that chain open, so that gives you a chain 1 space, and that's where you're going to join your new round, is right after where you just joined your last round. So in that chain 1 space between your chain space and your popcorn stitch, you're going to join with a single crochet. Get my yarn here situated. All right. And there's my first single crochet. Now, in between the popcorn and the double crochet, here's our popcorn and there's our double crochet right there, we're going to work into that space in between it. You're going to work 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, and 1 treble crochet. So let's work 1 single, 1 half, all into the same space between the popcorn and the double. Now we're going to work a double into the same space, and now a treble, all into the same space. Okay. Now into the chain 1 space, which is the space right after the stitch here. Right here, we're going to work 4 treble crochets into that space. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. In the space between the popcorn and the double, so here's your popcorn, there's your double, that space right there, we are going to work 3 treble crochets in between those two. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now in the next chain 1 space, work 2 double crochets. So right here on the other side, work 2 double crochets into that chain 1 space. Now in the next space between the popcorn and the double, right here, we're going to work 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet all into that same space. So there's 1 half and there's 1 single. Now go into the next chain 1 space, work 1 single, 1 half double crochet, and now you're going to work 2 double crochet in between the popcorn and the double. So go over to the next space and work 2 doubles. 1, 2. Now into the double crochet here, we're going to actually work into the stitch. We are going to work a chain 1, 1 treble into the stitch, just like that, chain 1, and then into the next space you're going to work 2 double crochets. Since it's a chain 1 space, work 2 double crochets. In the next space between the popcorn and the double, you're going to work 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet into that same space. So there's 1 half and then there's 1 single. In the next chain 1 space, work 1 single and 1 half double. In the next space in between the popcorn and the double, you're going to work 2 double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, and then in the chain 1 space work 3 treble crochets. So there's 1, 2, and 3. In the next space between the popcorn and the double, you're going to work 4 treble crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the next space, you're going to work 1 treble crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet, and 1 single crochet right here in the next space. So let's 1 treble. Oops. There we go. So 1 treble, 1 double into the same space, 1 half double into the same space, and then 1 single all in that same space. Now you're going to work 1 single crochet and a chain 1 in between the next popcorn stitch and the double there. So spread your work so you can see it. So single crochet, there we go, single crochet, chain 1, and then you're going to join with a slip stitch into the single crochet from the beginning of the round and cut your yarn and join with a new color. Okay, and that's what we have so far. Okay, so we're going to begin with a single crochet when we join our new color. So make sure you already have it on your hook ready to go. You're going to join into the second single crochet from where we joined. So we joined into the first single crochet of the round right here. Now we're going to work into the second one right here. You look here, this was our last single crochet. We chained 1 and then we joined into the first single crochet. Now we're going to join into the second one for this round. Let me get my stuff wrapped over and ready to be worked into. Okay, so now you're going to chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and work a double crochet into the next. So skip and join right here, work a double. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, and you're going to repeat this next part 7 times. So you got your chain 1, now you're going to work 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1. Repeat this 5 more times. So work 1 double crochet, chain 1, 5 more times in each of the next stitches. I will meet you when I have done that. Okay, so I've worked 1 double crochet, chain 1 7 times. You should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 stitches worked so far. Make sure to chain 1. Now you're going to skip the next stitch, work a double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, work a double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next, double crochet into the next one. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet into the next. Chain 1. Now you're going to skip not only the stitch but the chain 1 space next, and you'll notice we're at our treble crochet that we worked on the last round. So into the treble crochet stitch we're going to work a double, a chain 1, a treble, a chain 1, and a double. Okay, so 1 double crochet, chain 1, all into the treble crochet stitch. Now we're going to work a treble crochet into the same stitch, with a chain 1, and now you're going to work a double crochet into that same stitch. Chain 1, skip the chain 1 space, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Now we're going to repeat this next section 8 times. So chain 1, skip a stitch, and work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, work a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, work a double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, again, the next stitch. Until you have worked this 4 more times is what you'll be doing, so you have a total of 8 double crochets. So the next 4 stitches, work 1 double crochet in each of those. Alright, so I've worked chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch 8 times. And this is where I'm at. This is what it looks like. So now you're going to chain 1, and you're going to skip 1 stitch, so skip your next stitch, and you're going to work a single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, which is right here, in the chain 1 space you're going to work a single crochet. Chain 1. Join into the beginning of your first single crochet of the round with a slip stitch. Cut your yarn and change your colors. And this is what we have so far. Okay, so now we're going to be working into the back loops only of the chain 1 spaces. Okay? So all chain 1 spaces we're working into, but we're working into the back loop of that chain. So you're going to join with a single crochet into the back loop only of the chain 1 space between the first 2 double crochets that we made in the last round. So as you see right here, we've joined here and we joined it to our first single crochet. The next stitch was a double, a chain 1, and then a double. You're going to join into the chain 1 right here, into the back loop only with a single crochet. Okay? Now you're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, so skip your double crochet here, and you're going to work 1/2 double crochet into the back loop only of the next chain 1 space. So skip your stitch, your next one's the chain 1, work into the back loop only, a 1/2 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, work a double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the next chain 1 space in the back loop only. So double crochet, chain 3, double crochet all into that back loop. Chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next chain 1 space, back loop only. Chain 1, work a 1/2 double crochet in the next chain 1. Skip your stitch, so 1/2 double crochet into the next one. Okay, chain 1. We're going to repeat this part 3 times. Chain 1, skip 1, 1 single crochet in the back loop only. So we chained 1, we're going to skip 1, single crochet into the back loop only, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, back loop only, chain 1, skip the next stitch, back loop only, work a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a 1/2 double crochet into the next back loop only, chain 1, work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next back loop only, chain 1. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all into that same stitch. Chain 1. Now in the next back loop only, chain 1, we're working a treble crochet, chain 3, treble crochet. That will be your second corner. So skip your stitch in the next chain 1 back loop only, work a treble crochet. Oops, I'm not even wrapped twice. There we go. Treble crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, treble crochet into the same space. Chain 1, work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the next chain space in the back loop only. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, work a half double crochet into the back loop only. Chain 1. As you see, we are building our square up. It's going to look a little funny at first, but as we work more rounds, you'll see it really start to come together. Okay, so skip your next stitch, work a single crochet into the next. Chain 1, back loop only. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, which is our treble. And in the back loop only of the next chain 1 space, you're going to work a single crochet in that one as well. Chain 1, skip 1, add a half double crochet into the next. Chain 1. Now you're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next space into the back loop only. 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet into the same space. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work into the back loop only of the chain space, and you're going to work your corner, treble crochet into the back loop. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then another treble crochet into the same stitch there. Okay, chain 1, skip 1. I did work into, okay, skip 1, work a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next chain in the back loop. Chain 1, skip 1. You're going to repeat this 3 times. We're going to work 1 single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, skip 1, single crochet, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet in the next. Be sure you're working in the back loops only. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next, chain 1, space, chain 1, skip 1, 1 double crochet into the next, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet into the next, chain 1 back loop, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and that is your 4th corner made. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet in the next space. Make sure it's the back loop. Okay, chain 1, skip 1, single crochet into the next chain 1 space in the back loop only. Chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet into the back loop only of the next. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, which would be right here. If you can see, my yarn's kind of in the way right there, but here's your stitch, and we did that chain 1 from the last round when we finished off. That's the, if you can get it to pull up. If not, you can just go right on through, but you're going to work your double crochet into that one right there. Okay, chain 1, and then again in the next chain 1 space you're going to work a double crochet, chain 1, work a half double crochet into the last chain 1 space, chain 1, skip your last stitch and join with a slip stitch into your first single crochet of the round. Okay, so that part's over. Yay! And this is kind of what we got going on. It's a little wonky. It's gonna look like that because we're turning a heart into a square. But rest assured, once we get the next 2 rows worked out, it'll look like a square and it won't look this wonky, if you will. So, okay. Let's go ahead, and now we're going to slip stitch over to the chain 1 space right here next in line. You're going to chain 3. This will count as a half double crochet and a chain 1. You're going to skip the chain 1 space, or I'm sorry, you're going to skip the half double crochet, and in the next chain 1 space you're going to work a single crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and you're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet into the corner here. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and work 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Repeat this. We're doing this for a repeat of 5 times. So there's 1, chain 1, next one is 2, chain 1, single crochet, next chain space is 3, chain 1, single crochet in the next chain 1 space, that's 4, chain 1, and in the last chain 1 space. Chain 1, work 1 half double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 1 half double crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 1 double crochet into the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet into the corner. If I'm going too fast for you, in the upper right hand corner of the screen is a toggle up there that you can click to slow it down. You can also pause and rewind at any time. And you're going to start to see it's actually starting to look like a square. Sorry, my child's in the background screaming, y'all. Okay, so the next part we're going to repeat 4 times. It's going to be a chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. So 4 times. Chain 1, next space, double crochet. 1, chain 1, skip in the next chain, 2, next space, 3, next space, 4. Chain 1, work 1 half double crochet into the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and work 1 double crochet in all the chain 1 spaces 4 times more. So do your chain 1, work a double crochet in the chain 1, work a double crochet in the next chain 1 space, chain 1, and you're going to do this 4 times. Okay, I'll meet you when I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, being sure to chain 1 in between each double crochet. As you can see, I've worked 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets in the chain 1 spaces from the previous round. I worked a chain 1 in between each one of my double crochets. Now you're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and you're going to work your corner as 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 3, and then 2 more double crochet into that same space. So chain 1, now put a double crochet into the next 2. So chain 1 space there, put a double crochet, chain 1, and put a double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, work 1/2 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, work 1/2 double crochet into the next space. Chain 1, work 1 single crochet into the next space, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the next space, chain 1, that's 2, we need 5. Next space, single crochet, chain 1, that's 3. Next space, single crochet, chain 1, that's 4. Next space, single crochet, chain 1. And that makes 5 single crochets. Now in your corner you're going to work 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet, all into the corner space here, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the next space, chain 1, work 1/2 double crochet in the next 6 chain 1 spaces. So half double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, chain 1, skip your last stitch, join with a slip stitch into your second chain of your chain 3. There we go. Now you're going to slip stitch over to the chain 1 space right next door, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This counts as your first double crochet and a chain 1. Skip 1 stitch, work 1 double crochet into the next chain 1 space. So skip this stitch, and in the next chain 1 space you're going to work a double crochet, chain 1. Now in your corner chain 3 space here you're going to work 2 double crochet, 1, 2, chain 3, and work 2 more double crochet into the same space. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and work in your chain 1 space a double crochet, chain 1. Do this 9 more times, being sure to put a double crochet into each chain 1 space from the previous round. And I will meet you when we get to our corner. Before we get to our corner though, once you've worked across, you're not going to put a double crochet in between these 2 here. Okay, so when I get to that point I will get right back with you. Okay, so you should have worked 10 double crochets on the side there, not including your corner double crochets. You should have 10 across. Okay, now as you see we're back to our next corner here, and there's the 2 double crochets, but there's no chain 1 space here, so we're going to skip these 2 stitches. You're just going to chain 1, skip those stitches, and you're going to work your corner 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochet into the same space, chain 1. And we're going to skip these 2 here, and we're going to work into the next chain 1 space with a double crochet, chain 1, next chain 1 space, put a double crochet. You're going to repeat this whole sequence all the way around. Okay, you're going to have 10 double crochets worked on each side, not including your 4 in the corner. Okay, so make sure you count as you're going. Chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next, chain 1, so on and so on till you get to your corner, watching yourself here. that you don't put a double crochet in between your 2 stitches here at the corner. And then work your corner 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, repeat all the way around. And I will meet you when I have finished going all the way around to the beginning, and then we will start our picots. Alright, so I've worked my last corner. Now we're going to chain 1, work 1 double crochet in the next 8 stitches. Because if you remember in the beginning of the round, we did a chain 4, and then we worked another double crochet in the next space. Well, so there's already 2 stitches counted for, so now we only need to work 8 to give us 10 for this side. And then we're going to join with a slip stitch into the beginning chain 4 into the chain 3 of that chain 4. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Okay, and then we're going to cut our yarn. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, right into that we go. Join the slip stitch, cut your yarn. And as you can see, now this will definitely have to be blocked. I'm using 2 totally different types of yarn here. The brown and the red is a wool, and the pink is an acrylic, so this will be fun. Anyway, so this is what it looks like so far, and now we're going to work picots into the round right here between the heart and the pink, the brown part here. Remember we worked into the back loop onlys? Well, now we're going to work into all those stitches that we skipped when we were working those back loop onlys. So all these stitches, the actual stitch itself that we skipped, is where we're going to work our picots into when we start that round. Okay, so we're not working into the front loop or anything like that. The only reason why we worked into the back loop was so when we go to work into our stitches here that we skipped, you won't see this in between those. And that's why we did that. So grab your new color of yarn and we will join into, let's join into the single crochet here that we skipped. Okay? Okay, so if you never made a picot stitch before, I'm going to show you how it's done, and then I'm going to leave you to your own devices to work all the way around and complete the square. Okay, and this is our final round. Again, I wanted to mention, I probably should have mentioned in the beginning, you don't have to add this part, but it is part of the pattern if you want that look that it has. This is very simple to do. So anyway, act like you're getting ready to chain, because you're going to begin with a single crochet. Okay, so find a stitch that we skipped on round 5 and work a single crochet into it. Okay, make sure you push back your square work there. Okay, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now if you look at your stitch here, you see that there's 2 loops. You're going to insert your hook into both of those. Okay, into the front of the single crochet, and you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and pull that same loop through, making a slip stitch. Okay, now you're going to go to your next skip stitch. So skip the stitch where we worked a back loop only into. You're going to skip it, go right on over to the stitch that was skipped previously. Okay, and make a single crochet. And then you see these 2 here, we're going to work in through those once we make our chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook in through both of those stitches there, yarn over, and form a slip stitch. Okay, so look for your next stitch. We worked into that one, we did not work into this one. So insert your hook all the way through, pull back your square so you can make a single crochet, chain 3, and then work into the front of the single crochet, make a slip stitch. Okay, so that's how you make a picot, and you're going to do this all the way around until you get to the beginning and join with a slip stitch into your beginning single crochet right here. Okay, so it looks like this when it's all said and done. This one's a little frumpy, awkward, but anyway, that's how you'll get that effect there. Okay, alright, so I've worked all the way around, all my picots all the way around, and as you see, this is what it kind of looks like. So we'll get this one blocked and add to the album when this one's posted, ready to go. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button. If you are not yet in our Crochet Along group on Facebook, the link is in the description below to go ahead, click, and join us. We are growing so huge. I'm pretty sure we're like at 11,000 now. So anyway, until next time, y'all, happy hooking.